a second year. I am Mrs. Spruce, and I have been engaged to teach her at St. Horstein Magical Institute. My element is Earth, and my code name is Spruce the Red Moon. For the next 2 terms, I will be teaching you all about Earth-based magic. Now, what are the 4 major elements of magic?
The 4 elements are fire, water, air, and earth. And just by coincidence, my element happens to be earth, just like you, madame. Guiche de Gramont at your service. My codename is Brass. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Gramont. Earth magic is directly involved in the revitalization of all things. To help you understand that principle, you will all now memorize a spell of basic alchemy. Rel in Yan. Oh, wow! Did you turn those into gold? No, dear, brass. Oh, right. Now let's see if one of you can cast this spell. You over there, the one taking notes. Huh? What is your name?
Louise, ma'am. My name is Louise Francois de la Valliere.
Excuse me, may I pick someone else?
Yeah.
It's too dangerous to let her try. Let me do it. Dangerous? That's nonsense. What if alchemy is dangerous?
I'm the one she picked, so I'm gonna do it!
Well said.
Distracting me, so be quiet.
Now, Louise, think hard about the metal that you want to turn this into.
Rao, In, Yan.
Another year has started with no particular problems that need to be dealt with.
It couldn't be better.
As the Institute's principal, I could not have wished for a more peaceful beginning. Up to your old tricks again, I see.
Taking care of your health is part of my job here, and smoking is bad.
Are you going to take away one of the few pleasures this old man has left in his life, Miss Longville?
And stop acting like you're senile every time you get caught behaving badly.
Oh, I just remembered. Tomorrow's the annual familiar summoning ritual for all the second-year students.
Damn geezer.
The familiar is a mage's lifelong servant, friend, and companion, as well as one's eyes and ears in the world. Ah, my dear familiar Mortsnell, our journey together has been a long one. Oh, I see. White. White as snow, you say? Well, I think Miss Longville would look much better in lacy black than in plain white cotton. Don't you think so, Mortsnell?
Lord Osmond, if you ever do that to me again, I will report it to the royal family.
Ah! Don't get so upset just because someone peeked at your precious little panties. It's attitudes like that that kept you a spinster. Oh, ow! I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Please forgive me.
Huh?
Was that?
Yes, sir, I do believe it was.
You mean the third girl from the Valliere family?
With you! I guess I screwed up a little bit.
What part of this is a little?
Your magical success rate to date has been 0.
Louise the Zero! So, what's the story? Another trip to the detention room? Or are they finally expelling you? Just kidding. They decided not to punish me. What? Why not? They said that it was partially the teacher's fault for making me do it even after all the students in the class tried to stop her. I'm just having a bad day, that's all.
Yeah, well, you're always having a bad day. You can't even get a real code name, Louise the Zero.
Why don't you be quiet?
Tomorrow should be fun. I can't wait to see what kind of familiar you managed to summon.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm confident in one spell, the summoning spell. Summon servants! Huh? Just you watch. I'll conjure up a familiar that's divine and beautiful and powerful, and it'll be better than anything any of you could cook up, and then...
So, what do you think, Tabitha?
I don't know.
Very strange. Considering her past, how can she be so confident? Maybe she... nah, no way. Is it that time already? Wait a minute, Styx. I'll be right there.
Are you there? Kirke, it's me, Pallison.
That's right. Styx is coming tomorrow. I'm sorry, Pallison. I'll be with you in just a moment.
Well, I'm confident in one spell, the summoning spell. But I wish I hadn't said so.
The day has finally come for the summoning ritual. This is the first test for you all now that you've advanced to the second year here at St. Orstein's, and the sacred first day where you will finally meet your familiars with whom you will spend your life living as a nobleman.
Looking forward to what kind of amazing familiar you summon.
Leave me alone.
That's amazing. It's a real Agvera.
So it is. Quite remarkable.
If I ended up with a strange familiar like that, I'd be embarrassed for the rest of my life.
You needn't worry. I'm sure that she will summon an utterly cute and charming familiar, Montmorency.
Well, that goes without saying.
They say that the familiar that comes to the summoner is the one that suits them the best in every way. Someone like me will in all likelihood...
Next up!
Beg your pardon? That would be me, Mr. Colbert. I am Guiche de Gramont. Observe as I now summon the finest and most brilliant familiar in the entire history of this institution. And then my fame will spread all across the land.
Enough of the speeches already. There's a lot of people waiting.
Of course. Premier, our grand creator that always guides us when we are in need. The strong and noble one who will become a servant of Guiche the Brass. Come forth now and answer my divine summons.
Those are so cute.
This is cool. A salamander? Kirke summoned that?
If you don't mind my saying, you have summoned quite the familiar there, haven't you, Miss Zerbst?
Thanks, Mr. Colbert. It fits my code name perfectly. Kirsch the Fever.
All right then, has everyone had their turn?
No, not quite. Miss Valier hasn't done it.
Louise the Zero. What do you suppose she'll summon?
There's no way she can summon anything. We'll just have another explosion and nothing else. With all your boasting, you should be able to summon up something more amazing than this. Right, Louise?
Well, of course. Please work. My servant that exists somewhere in this vast universe!
What kind of spell is that?
Whatever it is, it's original, that's for sure.
My divine, beautiful, wise, and powerful servant, heed my call! I wish and assert from the very bottom of my heart. Answer my guidance and appear!
what's going to happen?
Hey, are you all right, Montmorency? Huh? Is there something wrong? What?
A human?
Look how he's dressed. He looks like a peasant.
Yeah, a peasant. There's no doubt about it.
That is supposed to be divine and beautiful and wise and powerful. Who are you, peasant?
Huh? What's going on? Huh? Where am I?
Don't you understand our language? Where do you come from?
Wait a minute. What language is that? Strange.
Exactly what I would expect from someone who boasted like you did. To think that you actually summoned up a peasant.
I just made a small mistake, that's all.
Louisa Zero, she always seems to live up to expectations.
Hey, wait a minute.
Mr. Colbert, spell again?
I can't allow that.
But why?
The summoning ritual is sacred and affects a mage's entire life. Trying a second time would be a blasphemy against the ritual itself. Whether you like it or not, this boy has been chosen as your familiar and nothing can change that.
I can't understand a word they're saying, but from what they're wearing, these guys are crazy. Oh.
But Mr. Colbert, I've never heard of using a peasant boy as a familiar.
I'm afraid there are no exceptions, Miss Delavalier, peasant boy notwithstanding. Continue with the ritual. Ow! Finish the ritual, or I'll be forced to summarily expel you from this institution.
Yeah, you tell her.
I guess I have no choice.
What is all this?
Go for it, Louise!
You should be thankful for this. Normally, someone of noble birth never does something like this for a peasant boy.
Huh?
My name is Louise Francois Leblanc de la Valliere. O Pentagon that rules the 5 powers, bless this individual and make him my familiar.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Come on, would you be still?
What are you... but you can't just... Hey, wait, what the...
Very well. The contract has been completed. The bond has been made.
Huh? Hey, what was all that supposed to mean? What's going on? I feel like I'm burning up. Hey, what the hell are you people doing to me?
It will soon be over. It's just the rune of the familiar being burned onto you.
What are you...
What?
Was that a dream I had just now?
So you finally decided to wake up.
It wasn't a dream!
I thought about it long enough to get an ulcer, but I've given up. I'm going to have you as my familiar. You should be honored.
Where in the world have you taken me to? I want to go home! If you don't take me back, then...
Wash those and then iron them. You're familiar. Even if you don't understand our language, you ought to be able to understand that.
What is this?
You can't even understand a master's orders. I can't believe he's my familiar. He's worse than a dog.
Hey, is this some sort of weird seduction? Who are you? Why are you keeping me here?
Be quiet! I can't hear myself think with all that noise you're making. I should use the silencing magic I learned last year.
This must be some sort of bad dream. I want to wake up right now. I just
Okay,
want to go back to
think.
surfing the net.
On
I'm sure my mom had something to do with this. Why do these...
Notice the tracks and answer my request right away. Silence! That was strange.
What was it? A bolt of lightning? I was putting up with all this because you're cute. But now I'll have to use force.
When you spoke, I understood.
Huh? Wait, did you just say you understood me?
Mm-hmm. Try saying something else.
What, so you can speak Japanese to me again?
I can't believe it. That was supposed to be a spell of silence. Failed again. You,
My name is Saito Hiraga.
Hiraga Saito?
Now listen, I think I have a right to know why I was brought here.
I summoned you, of course, when I performed my summoning ritual. You're my familiar. See?
Familiar? Huh?
This is it. But that's impossible. As a precaution, I will have to inform the principal.
Let me get this straight. This is the magical kingdom of Tristane on the continent of Harkigenia? And you are a second-year student at the Magical Institute.
I will not allow a familiar to take such an informal tone with me. My name is Louise. Louise Francois de la Valliere.
Yeah, right. Whatever. So I'm supposed to be this familiar that you summoned that all these mages tote around to help them with their magic. That much I know from watching movies and reading manga.
Why does my familiar have to be a peasant boy? I wanted something really cool like a dragon or a griffin. Huh? Hiraga Saito? Huh? The familiar...
I don't know if this is some new cult or some fantasy novel maniac, but I can't stay in a place like this any longer.
You know that I've been told I'm very good at baking souffles.
I would love to have a chance to sample one of them.
You really mean it?
Yes, of course I do, Katie. Don't you know by now that I would never lie to you?
Oh, Lord Geesh.
There is absolutely nothing hidden behind my feelings for you. Hmm? It's that peasant boy that Louise summoned.
Oh, crap.
You mean the one from today's ritual? It caused quite a stir among the first-year students, too.
He suddenly fainted and stopped moving, so we all found ourselves caught in an unfortunate bind. Hold on.
Yes?
A peasant in troubling the hands of nobility, and not even a word of thanks.
Oh, was that so? Oh, well, thanks then. See you around the castle. What a big jerk.
He's quite a restless fellow. Louise, your familiar just passed by.
Go and catch him!
Me?
Yeah, he ran away.
The one you sealed the contract with? I'd expect nothing less from your familiar, Louise. Common sense doesn't apply to it.
Joyce, it's like a dream that I could be alone with you like this, Kirke the Fever. A beautiful dream.
Tonight won't end with just a fever.
All right, there's an exit.
Huh?
Isn't he the one Louise the Zero summoned?
Yes. He's that peasant boy familiar. Over there! Hey, what's going on? What are the two of you doing?
Just wait till you get a load of this.
Enough! He's getting away!
Oh,
What was all that talk about magic? I have to get away from this place. Help me, somebody get me down from here. I'm gonna fall and be killed.
just give yourself up. This is the second time I've had to keep you afloat.
Huh? Is this for real?
You summoned a familiar that escapes from his master? That is too
me!